Hey guys, it's Forx from EZ, and I'm here today with a video explaining how to complete the puzzles inside of the Defiled Gardens raid in Zenith. After entering into the Defiled Gardens, you will spawn into a large cylindrical room. This room will eventually serve as the boss room, hence the large dome in the center of the room. If you follow the wall and enter the first room on your left, you will see a large dome in the middle of the room, as well as an entrance into said dome. To the right of the dome are 3 wheels. There are 3 sets of walls inside of the dome. Each wall has a red, a blue, and a green orb on it. The wheels each rotate one of the 3 walls. Using the wheels, you have to line up the colored lasers in the middle of the room with the corresponding colored orb on each wall. The laser just has to make contact with the corresponding orb once for it to count as completed. When you have done all 3 orbs on all 3 walls, a green light will appear above the door, signifying that you are finished with the room. The best way to complete this puzzle is to have one of your party members stand on top of the dome and call out which direction the walls have to be rotated using the wheels in order to make the laser contact with the orbs. While this is happening, another member has to turn the wheels while someone is protecting them from enemies. The person that is calling out the direction has to remember that if they want the wall to turn clockwise, the other player actually has to turn the corresponding wheel counterclockwise. Once you return to the main room, continue following the left wall and enter the next room. This room is a cakewalk compared to the last one. In this room, there are 15 missing pipes along the wall in the middle of the room. To get more pipes, grab one of the golden onions growing around the room and throw it at the bush cages, and a pipe will be revealed. You'll get 1 pipe for every bush cage you destroy. Put the pipes into the missing spots along the wall, and you will see 2 numbers above the door. The top number is the total number of missing pipes, and the bottom number is the number of missing pipes that you have replaced. Once both numbers match, a green light will once again appear above the door, indicating that you have finished the room. Return again to the main room, and follow along the left wall. Enter the next room you encounter. In this room, you'll have to replace missing pipes again. This time, they drop from the Ents who spawn in this room, so you'll need to kill them to get the pipes that you need. Instead of 15 for this room, you only need 8. And again, there are 2 counters above the door. The top reads 8, which is the number of missing pipes you need for this room, and the bottom one reads however many pipes that you have placed. The pipes go up in the tree this time, and since it's hard to climb while carrying the pipes, one party member will have to climb up ahead and operate the wheel to control the elevator in the middle of the room, carrying up the party members who have pipes and cannot climb. Another party member should go with them in order to protect them while they control the elevator, since the enemies do a lot of damage. There's another elevator even higher up that allows for easier access to placing the pipes, however you don't need to use that one. Once all 8 pipes are in place, again a green light will appear above the door, indicating that you have finished with the room. After you have once again returned to the main room, you'll have to enter the final room and you will see a maze. In the center of the maze, there is an elevator that leads up to the higher level of the room. Half of the party will need to go up there in order to collect the pipes from the Ents, and the other half has to step on pressure plates that are not inside of the maze but around the outskirts of it in order to raise the other half of the party to the second level. Once again, a similar counter to the previous 2 rooms is in place above the door, except you only need 6 total pipes. As the party members on the top level collect the 6 pipes that they need, they will send them down air currents to the other party members below, who will have to place them into the missing spots. However, they will have to be careful that they are putting the pipes into downdrafts, not updrafts, because the pipes will come back up otherwise, and not go down to the other party members. After the room is completed, once again, there will be a green light above the door. Just one final note before we finish. These rooms do not have to be completed in any certain order. They can be completed in any order you like. This is just the order that me and my party chose. Next time you return to the main room, the boss will be there, so be ready. That is about it for the puzzle section of this guide, so once again I will hand it over to Gergen for the boss mechanics of this raid.
Thank you Forx from EZ for discussing the puzzle section of this raid. I'll now be discussing the Nameless, which will be the boss for the Defiled Gardens instanced raid. To start off this fight, the main tank will want to tank the boss around the outside edge of the arena. You can use the stone path as a guide. This is to avoid taking any unnecessary damage from the thorns that are facing the middle. The boss may start out with a single orb tank buster on the person with the primary threat. This doesn't do that much damage, so just make sure that the person with primary threat is a tank so that you can avoid taking a lot of damage if you're an Essence Mage DPS or a Blade Master DPS. The boss may then dive into the ground and come up where the person with the primary threat is. This will inflict a purple debuff on the person with the primary threat, and this prevents passive healing. If you're a tank, it doesn't really matter that much, but you still might want to ask for heals. But yeah, just make sure you're a tank and everybody else is far from the boss when he comes up. A quick side note about this debuff is that it can actually be removed by the golden onions found throughout the raid, and it can be used by throwing it near or at the person with the debuff. Another mechanic in this raid is a raid-wide AoE, which will extend to every corner of the room, or every side of the room since it is a circle, but you'll want to heal and mitigate this as necessary. The boss may also use a laser eye mechanic similar to the mechanic that the boss from the reliquary has, and to avoid this you can either step behind the boss or just right next to him in front of him. This can be followed by a set of 3 purple rings that will have 1 telegraphed ring. Remember that this is 3 rings and not just 1, so you'll want to jump and glide for each of the rings. All of these mechanics that I've just mentioned will repeat throughout the entire encounter. The next mechanic that I'd like to talk about here is once you've brought the boss below a certain point of health, he will start to cast 2 different attacks. One of these will be 4 balls followed by another set of faster 4 balls, and these balls will do a heavy amount of damage to anybody that's not a tank, and it could kill you if you're not full health. You'll want to avoid the first set of balls, which are pushed out cardinally in reference to the boss, but the second set of orbs can really get you because they're in his intercardinals, and if you don't move right back to his cardinals before the second set of orbs comes out, then you'll likely get hit by them and take a lot of damage. Another mechanic that will happen at some point in this encounter is the Nameless will put his face to the ground, and then he will do a 270-degree cleave, with the only safe spot being right in front of the boss, but then he will also throw out 2 very large purple orbs in front of him, so you want to be right next to the danger zone created by the 270-degree cleave. The boss will then repeat all of these mechanics until it is dead. Thank you for watching the raid guide on the Defiled Gardens. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks and bye.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe for more Ez and Zealots content, and remember, it's GG easy with easy.